man. What's this thing?
You're now tuned in. You're now tuned in. You're now tuned into. You're now tuned into.
Hello. Welcome. ATL sports fans. Welcome, Georgia sports fans. It's your host, T. Will, and my co-host and colleague, Miss Maggie T. First lady of AFN. How you
Thank
doing?
you, Will. Unfortunately, before I make my intro, somebody decided they want to call me. So give me 2 seconds.
No worries.
Lord
It's
have
okay.
mercy.
It's fine. Guys, welcome to the show. We're gonna get into a litany of topics today. Of course, this is the Dirty South Playbook, third episode, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the third episode. And today we will be talking Braves, Hawks, Falcons, and Atlanta Dream. Maybe a little bit more, but we'll start with those and we'll see where it goes. So, hey, man, thank you guys who did join us for joining our third episode. And with no further ado, let's get while the getting is good. Obviously, today is Thursday, April the 23rd, and it is, you guessed it, draft day in the NFL. We got King, bless your heart. You were here yesterday, so I have to give you an obligatory shout out. What up, King? How you doing? Hopefully you'll come back today. And this morning we got Tony Hall in the building. Good morning, people. Go Hawks, Falcons, and Braves. Amen. Again, as you all know, today is the first day of the NFL draft. And while the Falcons do not have a first round pick, that does not mean that they cannot trade back into the first round. Also, the Hawks have a playoff game tonight.
Playoffs.
Excuse me, playoffs. Playoffs. Yeah, they got a playoff game tonight against the Knicks. And guess what, Maggie T? It's in the A. That's right. It's down at the farm. It's down at State Farm today. Or whatever.
We're excited about that.
Hey,
crowd participation.
Can't help
Hopefully
but
the refs cheat too for us because they sure was. Well, we're gonna save that for the. I'll save it.
That's okay. So everybody who's going, when you go down there, make noise, man. Make noise. Those Knicks fans make noise. Y'all know how to be loud. I know y'all do. Make noise when you get down there. But our beloved Hawks are playing tonight, and of course, our Braves play, I believe, this afternoon. And Maggie T, let's start with these Atlanta Braves. So. Got a little activity on this day in Braves history, okay? On April 22nd, 2008, Blank recorded his 3,000th career strikeout against the Washington Nationals, becoming the 16th pitcher in MLB history to reach that milestone. The historic moment occurred during the 20th season with the club, adding to his legacy as the team's all-time strikeout leader. I will give you a hint. He is also a host, I believe, for Fox Sports for baseball right now. So think of the pitchers of the 90s, right? Think of the big three. And think of the strikeout leader.
It's too early. It's too early, Will. It's too early. You tell me. I don't know what. And then he's on Fox 5. You got to tell me. Fans,
right. His name is John. Well,
help the sister out, Chad.
All good. All good. Tony, you out there? Can you guess it? I don't know. Let us know. Well, anyway, I tell you what, we'll come back to that one. We'll
Okay.
come back to that one. Let's give it a few to marinate. All right, so Braves played Monday, and Ronald Acuna was hit not once but twice.
Twice.
Okay, and this is kind of one of the things I want to talk about this morning. And no disrespect to Snit. Okay, why is it that when people say no disrespect, you know they're about to say
Then
something?
they're gonna disrespect.
Right, but
I mean, I'm not
no
trying to be rude, but
right,
your wig's crooked. It's
right.
like, oh my God. Oh my
You
God.
got broccoli in your teeth. Come on, man. No, but in all seriousness, I remember seeing Snit go out after Ronnie had been plunked a bunch of times. Remember, Ronnie used to get plunked by the Marlins all the time.
Right.
Who was it? Donnie Baseball. What was his name? Donnie. Oh, I can't think of his last name, but he hated. Yes, Tony, you got it. John Smoltz. That is correct. It is John Smoltz. Very good, Tony.
But he had it. You know what? You know why I don't have it together? I'm gonna go get my Mountain Dew. How about that?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I got
So guys, while she does that, oh, you do. Oh, wow. Okay, you do have it. But I remember Snit coming out and yelling at what's his name, Donnie, whoever the Marlins manager used to be, because he hated Acuna. He hated the showmanship. He hated that Acuna was brash. He hated that Acuna would sit there and admire a home run. And you know, I mean, it is a cultural difference. You know what I mean? Because in my day, if you hit a home run and you did that, tell you what, Maggie, the next time you got in that batter's box, duck, okay? Because you pull that against Randy Johnson, you pull that against Roger Clemens, yeah, you're gonna wear one, my friend. But it's a new day, it's a new game. Let the kids play and all, right? But I remember Schmidt coming out and having a yelling match with the Marlins. And if I'm incorrect, somebody correct me. You know what I don't remember them doing? I really don't remember them hitting anybody back. I don't remember that. I don't. You know what I mean? You can come out and yell all you want to. But you know what makes a difference? If you hit my guy, I'm going to hit your guy. Them's the rules. Like, that is old-time baseball. Old-time. Let me tell you something, Maggie. I don't know if you ever heard of a pitcher named Bob Gibson, used to pitch for St. Louis, but he was as mean as a junkyard dog. If you got a hit off him twice, never mind a home run. If you got a hit off him twice, you were gonna sit down. You were gonna get thrown at. Them's the rules. You're gonna wear one. And if you hit a home run off this guy, the next time you got up, it's different. I'm watching I don't know what's the name of that show. I think All the Smoke Baseball. And Barry Bonds is talking about that. And he says that the fact that they don't have to worry about that now makes the game easier, because in his day, if he hit a home run, the next time he came up the plate, you got to worry about somebody hitting you. So you're not as comfortable, right? Yeah. So these kids nowadays, they don't have to worry about that. They should go 3 for 4, 4 for 4, or whatever, because there's certain things that have been taken out of the game. There's still a little bit of it, but it's not that much. But back to the point, it was good to see Walt Weiss, and I don't care what anybody said. They didn't really do that under Snit, okay? They did not do that. They didn't really hit guys back under Snit. So although Walt says he didn't tell him to do it, I feel like he told him to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
I'm not telling you like.
I mean, I'm not saying hit somebody, but
right. No, wait a minute.
Look at hit it for me.
You do not hit him back. Hit him back. Definitely do not hit him back.
Right.
Hit him hard in his buttocks. Really, don't hit him back, okay? But it's you know what? It's good to see that the Braves did that, because that shows Ronnie, hey man, we got your back, and that's a team, right? And that's twice now that, in my opinion, Walt Weiss has stood up for his guys, because again, you know, middle linebacker Walt Weiss got in the middle of that melee the other week, and Jorge's a pretty big dude. So to me, Walt Weiss is pulling all the right strings, doing all the right things. That goes a long way when your guys who are out there giving it their all every day, you know, when the pitchers say, hey, man, I got your back. And he did it the right way. I think it was Elder who hit the guy, but he hit him right in the back cheek or whatever. But, you know, you hit him and you get it out the way. And the message just says, hey, I don't like you throwing at my guys. Now what I don't understand, and I don't know if I can tell this, but if I'm Ronnie, as much as I've seen Ozzy go out with broken hands the last couple of years,
Right.
I'd wear a pad. I'd
Yeah.
wear a pad. I know Jeff Bagwell used to play with the Astros.
I think they
Used
all
to
should wear
wear
pads. Them
right,
balls been getting kind of close.
but see, Ronnie stands over the plate. That's the other thing about it. So I understand why it happens because again, you got 17 inches, right? You pitcher's 60 feet, 6 inches away. You got to pick one side. So if you're going to stand over the plate like that, you're going to get pitched inside. Okay. That's just doesn't matter who you are. But the problem is, your hands, there are a lot of bones in the hands and not a lot of padding. So if you get hit there with something like 95 mile an hour plus, it's a good chance there's going to be some damage done. Right. Right. I mean, I think Ozzy had it done twice.
Right.
Or at least once, and then I think he broke his finger on a base or something like that. Ozzy's had some bad luck, but again,
can still be here. And still
I think Acuna needs to wear padding though. So Ronald Acuna, if you're listening, if you're out there, hey man, put on the pads for the hands, man. We need you. We need you all season. Yeah, we do. Love it. Love it. Love it. Starters are pitching well. And okay. So we had Didier Fuentes.
Yeah.
Didier Fuentes. Pitched last night. And he was not great in the first inning. But I will say once he got comfortable with his secondary pitches, he was better. Because Maggie, here's what's going on. When you're at Gwinnett in AAA, you can get a lot of guys out with 98 miles an hour. Okay, you can do that. You just throw it by. You come to the major leagues, though, these guys can hit a jet. You know what I mean? They regularly see 100 miles an hour, so you get used to it. You can time it. You can hit it, and if that's the only thing you got and the only thing you're throwing, somebody's going to hit it. Unless you can locate that thing inside and out and change speeds, somebody's going to hit it. Tony says, I think I could have traced I think it could be traced back to when Didier Fernandez before his unfortunate water. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the one for the Marlins. Fernandez before his water accident and death hit a home run, and our catcher Brian McCann met him at the plate, and the bench is clear. You know what? That's a good one, Maggie. But I don't think that was the Marlins that did that. That was oh golly, that was another team, and I know what he's talking about. So there's this I cannot think of his name for the life of me, but he hit a home run and stood there and admired it. Okay, just stood there, right? And Freddie loses his freaking mind, and he's telling him, "You better run around this base." And he runs all the way, and he rounds third, and B-Mac, Brian McCann, met him about 20 feet away from home plate, and he says, "Nah, man, you're not doing that here. You're not doing that here." And it was a big thing. That was a very big thing. But I don't think that was the Marlins. So if anybody out there has it, let us know. Tony, thank you for that. I don't think that was the Marlins. I cannot remember who did that, but I don't think that was the Marlins. But thank you for that as well, man. That's I wish we had. Sometimes I wish we had B-Mac, Maggie. Like when the Phillies did that thing where it might have been 2022, maybe 2023. I don't know. Could have even been 2024. But last play of the game, Braves had home field advantage. The second game, we lost the first game. Game 2, we won it. Bryce Harper ventured too far off base as he rounded second. Michael Harris makes a great catch in the gap, throws it back to Austin Riley, who turns around and throws a seed to Matt Olson. And so I guess they were talking about it in the locker room or whatever. And Arcia said some comment. I don't know what it was, but I mean, he didn't talk about the guy's mom. It was just like, oh, Harper, something like that. It wasn't a big deal. All right.
a little trash talk.
A little bit of trash talk, right? But here's what pissed me off. So Bryce Harper, when they get back to Philly, right? Bryce Harper hits a home run, rounds second, and stares at Orlando Arcia. And that's what pissed me off. Because had Brian McCann been on that field, Brian would have stayed, buddy.
Oh,
It'd have been a fight.
yeah.
It would have been a fight that day. And you know what? Good for us. Because you can't be scared of like you. That was a moment we literally got punked. Because Arcia just dropped his head, right? Like a you know what dog just
Right.
dropped. And I'm like, what are you doing? You got as much right as he. You didn't even say anything bad. You better jump back at him. And I was expecting for a Braves pitcher to knock one of them down. I got none of that. None of that. And that was my issue with SNIT teams. Like, they just didn't have that fire, right? Like, when
I
you
agree.
got somebody that comes at you like that, you better get back at them. You know what I mean? You got to get back at them. You can't let them bully you like that. Anyway, I don't know how we got on this, but Braves are Didier Fuentes, look, he got through it. I think he did like 3 1/3 innings last night. Then we had Perez end up coming in. Braves winning 8-6. They hit home runs last night. I think they hit 4 of them. And Maggie T, the Braves, I think right now are tied for second in home runs in the major leagues.
I believe
So whatever the hitting coordinator did last year, because last year it took him a minute to get used to his style. I'd say they've gotten used to it and they've adapted to it, and they're hitting well. And Michael Harris specifically has been great. The one thing about him last year, and it's been a thing with him, but the one thing about him is that he's always been a chaser. So that pitch low and away, or Michael Harris will chase balls. Sometimes they're not even near this zip code, but he's gotten better. He's gotten more selective at the pitches that he swings at. That's number one. And number two, balls that are thrown in the strike zone, he is hitting incredibly hard. And he was rewarded not once, but twice last night. Bruh hit 2 home runs, hit a bomb to right field. As a matter of fact, I think that one's still, I don't think it's come down yet, Maggie T. It's still going. But then he hit one to left field, and he went the other way. And you know a guy's going good when you go bridge tunnel right field and then check, please. I am king of the diamond. Witness all I survey. And you go left field. Like, Harris is doing his big one right now, as the young folks say. He's doing really well. He's hitting well. That's the good thing. And we got, I believe, J.R. Ritchie coming up today.
Okay.
And he's going to be pitching in the, I guess, the game for the Braves. So this is his major league debut. Hopefully he does well. Going to be very interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. But from what I'm told, he has about 6 different pitches. So where Didier only has 3. And this is what people don't realize. On any given day, you're a pitcher. It's all about how you feel and your release point when you throw those pitches, right? You've got a 2-seam fastball. You've got a 4-seam fastball. You've got a changeup, curveball, all of that. But your secondary pitches are feel pitches. Meaning, if you don't get the right grip, if you don't feel it, they're not going to move in the way you need them to move, right? And Didier last night didn't trust his sinker to move the way it needed to move. So in the first inning, when it got 3-2, he just kept throwing fastballs. So you know what? These are major league hitters. They're going to see that, Maggie. And so that's what's going on. But, thank God we were able to pull the game out anyway. Shout out to the Braves. Maggie, they have not yet lost a series. And they're not going to lose one today because they've already won 2 games. So they can win it, but they can't lose it. They can win it or tie it because this is the 4th game. They've won 2 already. So good on the Braves. Super excited for them. Super excited for them. But you know what?
What's
I love these Braves. But
Yep.
we got to talk about these Hawks, man.
Today. Oh my gosh.
Today. It's Thursday. And wouldn't you know it, the Hawks are taking on the New York Knickerbockers, and Spike Lee probably sitting in the front row at State Farm Arena. Okay? And I think it's great because, Maggie, this is not a play-in.
It's a playoff game.
It's a playoff. Tony Hall says Bobby Cox would have come out and got tossed defending his guy. Yes, he would have. That's one thing about Bobby, boy. Bobby did not care. Bobby did not have any F's to give when it came to arguing with an umpire. I think he did it sometimes just for sport. You know what? I don't like this ump anyway. I'm gonna go get tossed. Hey guys, watch this. Like Bobby didn't play that. But let's talk about these Hawks. Super excited about these guys. Got a little bit of Hawks Jeopardy. Okay, threw a little bit of Hawks Jeopardy in there. All right, so this guy's on this year's team. So he is a 2026 player. This young forward for the Atlanta Hawks led the team in multiple stat categories, earning all-star recognition in 2026, and is known for his versatility, stuffing the stat sheet with points, rebounds, and assists. Now, remember, Jeopardy has to be answered in the form of a question. Who is he? Again, young forward, went to the All-Star game for the Hawks. Okay. Tony, anybody else in the chat, you guys jump in. I'll let it sit there and marinate, and we'll come back to it. So let's talk about this game Monday night, man.
Okay.
Phenomenal. I've been talking way too much. Give me your thoughts on this game and what happened and just the emotions. Because, in the third quarter, entering the fourth quarter, they were down by 12 points. And I'm thinking this game is over. Give me your thoughts as to what's going on and your emotions during this game.
I feel that offensively, we just definitely, well, of course we won it. Thank
We
goodness.
did. That's right.
I'm happy about that. But
That's right.
it could have clearly went in the other direction if they could have made that basket.
It very well could have.
It shouldn't have gotten to that point. But offensively, bricks. Just kept missing those baskets. And it's you got, come on.
We couldn't hit threes. We couldn't hit threes. We were just, man.
And of course, I wasn't there technically live, but of course, we went to the State Farm Arena's watch party, and we was over there. I couldn't believe it. And then of course, who was the player? Who's the one that just kept flopping? I can't think of his name right now.
Not Brunson, Hart. Josh Hart, I want to say. Yeah, he was
like. Did you see a lot of that? He just stand there like this, and like he was doing the LeBron James. And then of course the refs. You can't beat the refs.
Yeah, they got a lot of calls in New York, but you know what? Maybe we'll get a lot of calls tonight. Maybe. Tony Hall got another one. He says Jalen Johnson was the only Hawks representative, and there you go, Tony. Jalen Johnson. So there you go. But look, I love this game because, Maggie, this was an ugly win, right? And if you're going to win a championship, if you're going to go, anybody can win by 20 points. Anybody can blow somebody out. But can you win when it matters most? When the game is on the line, when you got 40 seconds and you miss 2 free throws, can you hustle back at the other end of the court, Jalen Johnson, and defend the guy shooting the ball so he can't make it? Because say what you want about everybody else, if Jalen Johnson doesn't get back, they score. So nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Nikhil.
What about CJ? I know he was saying Jalen Johnson was the only one representing. What about CJ though?
No, I don't think CJ was with us before the All-Star game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
Are you talking about the All-Star game? I'm thinking of playoffs right now.
Yeah. But Nikhil makes a great steal and passes it to JJ, and JJ slams it home, and that's how we go up by 4. But what I liked about this is the game ended on a defensive stand for the Hawks, and they were up to the choice. They were up to the challenge. Right. And in past years, I don't know that iterations of Hawks teams would have been able to do that, right? If this is last year, the year before, they probably score. But the Hawks got back and they played defense. These guys are playing defense. Nikhil and Dyson Daniels and JJ are playing defense. And defense wins championships. Again, when it mattered the most, and these Hawks just hung around, and I'm watching it and I'm getting upset. So My trick when I'm watching my Atlanta teams, Maggie, is I watch something else. Because if I just focus all my energy on it, I won't have any monitors because I'll break them all and I'll throw them out.
Probably.
So I gotta, I'll typically have like my iPad here or something, and I'll be watching something else, right? So I do movies or whatever. Sometimes I'm watching the movie and watching the game, you know, and but it diverts my attention because this game was hard to watch.
Yeah.
The first three quarters, it was like, okay, we'd score, and then they take another lead, and then we'd score, and then they take another lead, and so going into the fourth quarter, I really wasn't sure about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, okay. And then these Hawks, let me tell you something, man. Fourth quarter.
I felt like they made the necessarily defensive adjustments.
Yeah, and these guys ball out in the fourth quarter. I don't know what it is about them, but when it's crunch time, they dig in. They dig in, and they made a stand. You know what I mean? And they came from 12 points down to win in New York City. And this was after CJ missed 2 free throws, right? Jaden slams it home to go up 4 points. Jalen Brunson, who, by the way, balled out, man, comes down, makes a 3. We're now up by 1, okay, with like 10 seconds left. And McCollum has the ball and he's fouled, and he missed both free throw shots, Maggie. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, God, here we go. You know what I mean? Oh, God. I didn't say anything, but I'm like, I don't like the way this makes me feel. And Jalen Johnson makes a beeline down court. And what he did was he cut off the angle of the guy who had the ball. So he couldn't drive to the basket. You know, you got to think he's got limited time left.
Mm-hmm.
Had JJ trailed him, he probably takes it all the way to the basket. But because JJ made a beeline down there and cut off his path, the only thing that he could do was take the jumper. And JJ reaches his hand out, and while he doesn't impact the ball, he impacted the shot. So as far as I'm concerned, JJ, Nikhil, and Dyson Daniels were probably the MVPs of that game. Now, again, it was not a pretty game. In no way am I saying that we're going to be able to pull games out like this if we continue to play this way. We need better efforts from Dyson, Nikhil, and JJ, to be honest. But it's good to see that even when you don't have your best fastball, even when you don't have your best stuff, you can still win, right? That's leadership. So shout out to Dan Quinn. He's got these guys balling, Maggie. He really does.
And you said Dan Quinn, but
my bad. I meant.
But I think that one thing that we have to do is definitely
senior moment.
Early on, they couldn't really stop the pace when it was needed. So I feel that we definitely, I said we got home court advantage this time around. So hopefully, the refs goes in our favor, and defensively we come out, hot.
Yeah,
it's
game. Quinn Snyder, by the way. I'm sorry, Quinn, if you're out there. My bad. But you're right, Maggie. We need to come out. Because let me tell you something. New York is mad that they lost that game. New York.
How about Stephen A. Smith didn't even show up that day?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Everybody wanted to see what he had to say.
They're mad.
I ain't got nothing to say.
They're mad. So they're going to come out and they're going to try and play bully ball. And you got to be able to buck with them. You got to be able to.
And they were doing that too. Like they was definitely playing bully ball.
Yeah, you got to be able to wear them down, though. And you're in your house. So we need these 2 games. Look, it's now it's up to the Hawks. If we win every home game that we have going forward, we win the series.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got 3 at home. So let's grab these first 2. You know what I mean? If you can grab these first 2, worst case scenario, if you grab this one, then it's 2-1 going into the game on Saturday. And if you can grab that game on Saturday, oh man, you put yourself in the driver's seat, so to speak. But I agree. We're going to need better efforts. We're going to need better shooting efforts from everybody. And look, maybe it was just an off night, right? I mean, they happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes the shots don't fall. Sometimes you just don't have it. You don't have it. But again, a part of playing any sport is realizing that you're not always going to have your best stuff.
And I
You know
feel
what I
like we
mean?
still need a big guy, though. I really still think that we
We
need.
do, we do, we do. But I think we can beat the Knicks. I think, and I'm gonna be honest with
Right.
you.
If we was making those baskets, we definitely would have had a nice, comfortable lead.
I think we can beat the Knicks in this series. The only team I really worry about is Detroit. The only team I really worry about is Detroit because we were there with Cleveland.
Mhm.
We were there with Cleveland. We just didn't close it out. But that was jitters. That was being young. This Hawks team can really, if somebody can take care of Detroit, we can get to the NBA Finals.
Right.
Now, even Boston, I'm not afraid of because we have beaten them. I'm not afraid of Boston. I'm not really afraid of Detroit. I just don't think that matchup favors us. And we do need a big. I'm not gonna lie. Not having what's his name that got hurt. Whatever the center that got hurt. That kind of hurt us. But again, we got to do what we got to do. So
Mhm.
I think we'll be fine. I think we can beat New York. I'm not afraid of New York. I'm not afraid of Cleveland. But we gotta lock in. We definitely have to lock in. Tony Hall says, please, Hawks fans, don't let the New York Knicks fans take over State Farm. That's a good point, Tony. I want to see the noise like the number 1 Celtics versus the 8-seeded Hawks playoff season. Love it.
Well, they
Love
pulling all
it.
the stops for this game. They've invited so many performers, Pastor Troy to be exact, a couple other folks. It's gonna be, if anything, media wise, folks just want to go there and watch the concert. But of
Yeah.
course, it's the playoffs. It's a little different than it's a regular game,
Yeah.
Tony. People
Yeah.
want to be there because especially when they was now we were it was a small crowd at State Farm for the watch party, and everybody else was like, we should have been there. It's like you damn should have. So that means no excuse this time. No excuse this time. If we just go to watch a watch party, you can bring your behind in and watch a game. But you know,
Are
anyone
you
here?
going tonight?
I actually have to be at so I'm getting ready to possibly partner with Urban Pie
Okay.
um by Kirkwood, and I'm probably meeting out with them at 6:30 to kind of talk to some people, some radio personalities and things. Something, we're gonna talk about it. T Will, it's gonna benefit a lot of Georgia Sports Nation and AFN. So
That's awesome.
I would love to be there, but I have a very important meeting tonight to attend.
Yes, you do. Hey, man. Hey,
Business comes first, y'all. But
Yep.
of course, I will be sitting there eating pizza and watching the game.
Hey, man.
So
So, hey,
anybody want to meet me at Urban Pie just
so
to say
yeah,
hello? That's where I'll be.
love it, love it. Hey, I think we got some breaking news.
Oh no. Let's see.
Falcons James Pierce Jr. will have all of his charges dismissed if he completes a program offered to him by the state of Florida. While details are still being worked out, Pierce Jr. would have to attend therapy sessions and stay out of trouble over a 6-month period. His attorney, Yale Sanford, tells me the victim, Rakia Jackson, and the police officers in this case spoke to the state's attorney's office and agreed to this as well. Wow. Ah! Wow.
We go, let's pause it. Let's pause it. Let's pause it. We're gonna save this for the Falcon segment.
Wow.
Because I got things to say right now.
Wow.
We're gonna hold that.
I am
Pause.
stunned.
We're gonna come back to it and think our opinion, but let's go ahead and what's next? Is it the Falcons or is it the Dream?
It's probably the Falcons, but I gotta tell Maggie, this is gonna be a tough day for me. Because I gotta tell my wife she was right. Maggie, that's gonna hurt me. You know what she said?
What she said?
She said, because first of all, she got mad at me. She was like, "You don't know what's gonna happen to him, T. Will. You need to just shut up. You
And
don't
I was
know."
the same way. I was like, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
So
That's what she said, right?
clearly they didn't want to bring in anybody else because they were just playing by ear. And of course, we're gonna just have to go ahead and go into it. Let's go straight to the Falcons now.
Oh my
So
God! Yeah,
we segue right into it. We might as well. We can come back, but let's do it. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Me personally, I honestly felt like they've been trying to hold on to JPJ, because of just the talent that he has, and it's one of those things where it's like, prove it,
Yeah, yeah.
prove it.
I mean, no. Well, but you know what though? You know what
Mhm.
though? He probably will get suspended now
Yeah,
because of this. I'm wondering if it's going to be 6 games or 8. Because I mean, he didn't get any jail time, and it. I mean,
2 games and a slap on the wrist.
that is. Let me tell you something, man. My wife told me uh when it happened, however many months ago, it's me, Jack, a bunch of us on the car. We were on that podcast, man, for like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, we were talking about it or whatever. Oh, he's done. Oh, he'll never play again. Oh, da 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 da. Da. And my wife was like, "You don't know, T. Will. You don't know. You need to shut your big fat face because you just don't know." And I was like, "Ah, I know this. Ah." And you know what? She was
You know what? I'm gonna share this to AFN too. That's what we finna do. Since
she
we in this
was
Falcons niche right now, let me share
she
this to
was right.
AFN.
I can't
Sure.
believe it. She was right.
Let
I
me put it in.
cannot believe it.
JPJ
Oh,
charges dropped. Let me go
you
find it.
know who else said it? You know who else said it?
Mhm.
Big Low said it. First thing Big Low said is, "Nah, he not." That's the first thing Big Low said.
Mm.
First thing he said. That is, I mean, wow. That's I'm speechless.
Right.
Rare feat for me.
Well,
I never saw that.
I am not speechless. I am kind of what I was going to say was I just in my gut I didn't feel that it was going to be because if they had already dropped his bun down to what it
Yeah,
was, he came out of there with a honey bun.
yeah.
Um, you know, I was like, it might not be as severe. When it came down to those charges, because it is two parties in this, her and him, and then also the state that looks at everything and it's like, okay. So, I mean, good for him because damn it, you getting ready to give your career up for a woman.
A
Hopefully, it's a
woman.
humbling moment for him.
I hope so. I hope it is humbling for him. I hope he did learn. I really do. Because woo, let me tell you something. If he had been John Smith from I don't know, Ocala, Florida, and he wasn't an athlete, man, he'd be doing years.
Mhm.
He might not even be on this planet because those officers exercise so much restraint, right? They had to know he was a football player. They had to know. Okay? So, wow. This is I wonder if that impacts our plans for the draft. Well, I mean, he's still going to be out, right? You got to
Well,
figure
he's
he's still
he
going to be out.
still will have to face some type of suspension,
Right, right.
But as far as drafting someone, I think maybe undrafted, possibly,
Mm.
but maybe not wasting a draft pick on that position.
An
Because
edge rupture, yeah. Well, I
I mean,
mean,
but what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
you know what? I don't know what to think, Maggie.
Right. It's like it's one of
Like,
those like
I'm like, wow, because I thought I'm gonna be
mhm,
honest with you. I thought he would get I thought best case scenario he'd get community service
mhm,
but he'd get a misdemeanor
yeah.
and he'd be on probation for whatever. But to just have to go to a program and 6 months, man, you need to be
He got
thankful.
off, man.
He got off. He
The
did.
mob boss went in there and say, "Hey, look,
He really did.
I'm gonna tell you this. We need a
Let me
man, y'all.
tell you
Whatever I need
something.
to do, come on, come on,
Let me tell you
come
something.
on. Maybe I can build you a hospital
Don't
here.
make
Just
me
go
go
ahead
to
and
the mattresses. I
just
don't
go
know,
ahead and give
man.
this man
Whatever. Hey, whatever he did, good for him.
up.
I mean, hey, you know what I mean? And good for
Mhm.
us. Good for us. Now you're gonna have the people come out. It's not right. If he were anybody else, blah 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 blah
You're gonna have
blah.
people petitioning and outside with signs. We
Yeah.
don't like
I mean,
this situation.
hey man, people feel how you feel, you know. Just before the start of tonight's draft, will it change the direction of the selection tomorrow for our Dirty Birds? I don't think it will because I
I
think the
don't think it
Birds
will.
want to
I don't
detach.
think it will. I think they plan on holding on to him. He just would
Right.
have to face his
Right.
suspensions because, of course, they try to pry into the press conference. It's like, so what are you saying? What's happening? It's like, no questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that up to whatever happens.
Yeah.
That's all
It's
you
the
need to
it's the
know.
legal process, right? It's the legal process.
I don't think it changes the draft at all. If
I don't
anything, it gives us a little relief. Like, okay, brother, calm it
Well,
down. Go get some anger management, whatever.
yeah.
Leave her alone
Yeah.
and come on back.
Well, I hope he does get the help that because clearly he needs help. I hope he does get help. I hope he typically in therapy they teach you coping skills, right?
Yeah.
Because certain things you're not going to get over. Okay. I have OCD. I have OCD so bad I can't leave my house without locking the door a couple of times. I can't leave out of my car without hitting the alarm 3 times. And what a therapist will tell you is you learn to manage it. You're never going to get over it. You just learn to manage it, right? And so hopefully she can give him some tools in his toolbox so the next time his anger goes to that level, he can deal with it, right? And that's all you can ask. But I think the Falcons are going to be interested in a D tackle. You've got the kid from Georgia, Christian Miller, I think it is. You've got let me see if I can.
I like that, Nathan.
Need a video of Ryan walking up to JPA telling him to get F and set. You know what? I don't know that I'd do that. Would you do that, Maggie?
What? Walk up to him and say, "Get his." Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd do that.
What? Tell him to get fucking set.
Yeah, I need to hold on to these teeth I got, Maggie. I don't know that.
No.
That's a big.
I mean, I'm gonna say it from a distance here.
Look, Maggie,
like this.
This guy fought the whole team in training camp. He fought the whole team. You might want to say it behind some offensive line and be like, "Hey, get up and set." Hey, don't y'all?
A good little fight wouldn't hurt nobody.
Okay.
You know, me and Matt Ryan still got it. Shoot, knock him out a couple of times. I mean,
okay.
That's gonna shut him up after a while.
I don't know about that one.
You know,
I don't know about that one. Well, that's good news.
Show me that, and then the ice cube stumping on him, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah. That is good news. All right, so we got a who am I game that we're gonna play right quick, and that is, and this is the GM version, okay, guys, this is the GM version. So I came in with the vision, turned the page on the past, helped bring in a quarterback built to last. From Boston roots, I built a Southern rise, drafted stars that took Atlanta to new heights, a wide receiver with speed, hands like glue, a franchise QB. Yeah, I drafted him too. From worst to first, I flipped the script, built the team that made the whole league trip. One game away from holding that ring, still known as the architect of the Falcons' best swing. I held the keys for over a decade strong. Tell me my name. You know it won't take long. All right, Tony and Nathan and everybody else watching this, who you got? This is Falcon GM version.
Let me read it because I was trying to set this up on Facebook. Atlanta Falcons Nation. Okay, here I came in a vision, turned the page on the pass, helped bring in quarterback built to last. From Boston roots.
Think about the winningest Falcons GM ever. Think about the winningest Falcons GM ever, right? So if I tell you the winningest Falcons GM, that should tell you what time it was, because that would go. So obviously the winningest quarterback is Matt Ryan, right? The winningest coach is Mike Smith. So if you think about who the GM was at that time, his name started with a T. It's Mr. It's not Terry Fontenot. I'll give you that. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. Yeah, it's not Terry Fontenot.
These riddles, man.
But it may have been the guy before him. Chad, if you can help Maggie out. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's Thomas Dimitrov. Yeah, Gat just dropped it in there. What up, Gat? How you doing? It's Thomas Dimitrov. So Thomas Dimitrov was the winningest Falcons GM ever. We got Auntie Pam in the building. Auntie Pam says, T. Will Maggie, and everyone in the chat.
Hey. And
happy
y'all don't mind me, y'all. I am not on my A game. I've had all of
2 hours of sleep.
maybe.
Yeah, no, I know that, man.
Maybe.
I know that feeling.
I
know that feeling.
I am not sharp today.
It's okay.
It's like, who is it? TT.
I get it. We got Nate says sorry driving. It's okay, Nate. All good. Smooth C says Thomas D. Tony Hall says, I'm sorry I couldn't say his name to you. Well, Tony, don't you dare apologize. This is all in fun and games, sir. Okay? And we're here to have fun. And as long as you have fun, I don't care if you said his name or not. It is all good, Tony. It is all good. So, hey, let's get into this Falcons draft strategy.
Here we go.
Let's get into it. Let's go. I'm so excited right now. Okay. I'm so excited right now. Why are you excited, T. Will? Well, I'm excited because
hey, Smooth.
Again, no disrespect to the previous Falcons regime. No disrespect to them. Again, whenever somebody says no disrespect, they're about to say some disrespectful stuff. But I feel like we're going in the right direction. I feel like we are aligned. I feel like our structure is one that is going to help us succeed. I feel like we've done the work already, Maggie, and we've raised the floor.
Yes,
okay? And when I say raise the floor, okay, and I'm not trying to call anybody out here. Again, when somebody says, that's exactly what they're about to do. I'm not trying to call anybody out. But there's a certain linebacker that never needs to grace the field again unless it's on special teams. Okay? And I'm not going to say his name. Y'all know his name. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I try to be a decent person. I don't always succeed, as my wife tells me. Okay. I guess, I'm a jerk sometimes. But he cannot see the field, okay? We have got to address some needs at linebacker. That is one of the things. I'd like to see us get one or potentially two linebackers, okay? Because, again, let me tell you something. That man, Divine Diablo, I love him. But when he went out last season, we lost every game he didn't play, Maggie T. Every game. Okay, not one, not two, not three, not four. We lost 5 games, and he was out 5 games. So what that tell you? We don't have depth at linebacker. Okay, we got to address that. Defensive tackle, from a run support perspective, we got to address that. Okay, wide receiver room, we got to address that because no disrespect. Again, there's that word again. I'm doing it all day. No disrespect to Drake and John and Alameda, okay, those guys are excluded. But after that, if somebody goes down, it's 2025 all over again. So we need at least 1 or 2 really, 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 really good wide receivers added. Okay, I'd like to be 5 deep. So if something happens, you're okay. Linebacker, I'd like at least 2 more. Okay, so that, hey, man, that dude, and I'm not going to say his name, he's good on special teams. Keep him there, okay? Keep him there, all right? But we got to do that. So for me, we got to look at D-tackle, wide receiver, linebacker. We're going to have $156 million next year. 156 smackaroos, we can address the offensive tackle there. Now, you can draft one, okay? I'm not saying that. And you can definitely draft a cornerback. But to me, your immediate needs, where you're kind of exposed if somebody gets hurt, would be D-tackle, wide receiver, linebacker. You did go out and get Jawan, what's his name, and you signed him. And you also got Storm Norton, who did play well in previous seasons before last year. So, I know Jake's a little long in the tooth, and it probably wouldn't help you to get an offensive tackle. But we'll see. Let me ask you this. If you had to put a percentage on it, what is the percentage of folks, or what is the percentage that Ian will trade into the first round tonight?
I don't see it. I don't see a trade into the first round. Because we got, we're picking up a lot of depth pieces. We can catch that in the second, third, fourth. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we're doing any type of big splashy type. We don't really need, even if we did, it would have to be like the late
Yeah,
round,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
If we possibly do. But before I finish answering that, for those that are watching in Atlanta Falcons Nation, the original title of what I put out there for those that didn't know about the JJ situation, if you haven't heard, I want to reiterate it because some of these people are just now watching on this channel. But they're saying that James Pierce Jr. could have all his charges dismissed. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'll be on the lookout. His appeal thing was here today. So that's what they're saying now. But back to yeah, I'll look it up. But back to
Free
that.
Willy.
I mean, if we did, it would have to be late round, but I honestly don't see him moving up because we're just taking care of that.
Yeah, we don't. I agree. I honestly don't think we need to. There's nobody out there that I'm that in love with that I'm
Right.
just like, oh, we just got to have him. Like, oh
Right.
my God, like there's nobody out there. So
Mhm.
I would agree with that. Auntie Pam says, I disagree if you're talking about Troy Anderson. He will be the comeback player of the year. Now, Auntie Pam, you know I wasn't talking about VIP hospital room Troy. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about that dude whose name rhymes with her stand. That's who I'm talking about, Auntie Pam. I'm not talking about Troy. Troy is great when he plays. When he plays, he's great. Okay, but it's the latter that I mean,
I
look,
agree. ATL Falcon for life. I think honestly we're good at 5 picks. I
I
mean,
think so too. I think so
we're
too.
comfortable at 5.
Smooth C's giving us the face slap. Like, what's going on, guys? He's slapping his face.
What's
And
happening?
that dude, Monte Carlo, says he was just too small. Not to me, he just never seemed comfortable out there on the field. Like he just, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna talk about him, but yeah, I'm, if he stays special team, I'm okay with it. Atlanta Falcons 4L says and DP and DB. Halsey HFW says JPJ made some political donations.
I'm saying somebody is
Ah!
just
For a
you
nice
go.
donation of $30,000.
Mm.
All you have to do, JPJ, is just report to this little camp. I mean, hey man, you never know. I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna say. Auntie Pam says Ian did say he will address the trenches, and he did, which is why I feel like he's gonna get a defensive tackle in the second round. But again, it all depends on who's there. Like we don't know.
We
ATL
don't.
Falcons Pharrell said, I know, right? We just don't know. People. We don't know. I honestly think we're good with 5 picks. I do too.
Yeah.
Auntie Pam says he just don't fit the system. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've made a promise to myself. I'm gonna be nice. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna be nice. All right. Zach Branch situation. Basically Zach Branch is down in the UGA and he's standing on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden, Officer Krupke, what play is that? That's West Side Story. I think. Hey, Officer Krupke, or Barney Fife or whatever. Just is like, hey, I need you to move back on this sidewalk. And Zachariah Branch takes a step back and smiles at him. And he's like, you know what, buddy? I'm going to lock you up. Now, see, I'm going to need a little more context, right? Like, was Zachariah Branch impeding somebody? Was there a parade? Were there people that were trying to get? Because this to me seems like somebody's power tripping, right? This to me seems like, hey, man, hey, don't look at me.
Stop.
Don't look at me. If you
Don't look at me, bro. I'm
going
gonna arrest you. If you look at me one more time.
Right. This sounds like somebody's at the end of a shift, had a long day, and they just weren't for it. And they're like, hey, man, you say anything else, you getting locked up. Because you're really mad about the previous call, but you're taking it out on him. That's what this sounds like. I wasn't there. I don't know. But Maggie T, let me ask you this: is this a big deal? Is this a big deal? And regarding the Falcons with the JPJ situation that hopefully will be resolved today, do you think when the Falcons get in the war room and have a discussion about it, Arthur's like, guys, I know it's a little thing, but I don't know that I can go through this again, guys. I mean, come on.
Now that you put it that way, as far
Is
as
it-
Arthur Blank, and it's like we already have a little troublesome player that might be
Right.
suspended.
Right.
But at the same time, like you said, was it really that what they trying to make it out to be?
I don't understand it. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like when he wasn't drinking, he wasn't driving, he wasn't smoking anything. He didn't assault anybody. He didn't fight anybody. He didn't hit anybody's car. Sorry, James.
I mean,
he didn't run over an officer. Like he just said, you know what? I really don't want to move.
He had a $39 bail on the charge of obstructing public sidewalks.
Right. Like to me, that just sounds a little hokey. You know what? And I had a discussion with this. I think it was with my brother. We were talking on another show we're on. But do you remember the gas mask situation with that guy who was being drafted, Larry Tunsil or whatever? And he was smoking weed in the gas mask, and that thing got released like literally the day before. I feel like maybe somebody wants Zachariah Branch to drop. So you get this dude to arrest him on what is essentially ticky-tack charges, right? Yeah, on nothing. So
I mean, it depends on if you are out there. Of course, he's a young guy, so it's whatever it is, a concert, whatever the case may be, some festival, whatever they was coming from, whatever was happening. People are drinking a little bit, and then of course sometimes these officers be using their authority in ways where it's like, I'm the, y'all gonna listen to me and shut up and all this, and no, I don't know. It's not a big deal. Will it affect this? He might even drop that bad.
Yeah, I think this was done so he would drop. That's because to me, that's so you know what I mean? Like that's like, I'm gonna give you an example of that. That's like we're playing basketball, Maggie, in a co-ed rec league, and you push me into the ref. And the ref gives me a technical and kicks me out of the game. But you push me into him, right? He doesn't hit you with it, right? But he hits me with it just because I was, and I'm like, I didn't mean to. You're gonna talk? You're suspended next game too, right? It's an overreaction. To me, this is a complete overreaction. Unless there's some things we don't know. But we got some fans in the stands, Maggie. So let's get to it. Let's see. We got ATL Falcons Pharrell. Lots of rumors that Pitts getting traded, but I doubt the Falcons let Pitts walk for less than anything than a first. I don't know that you get a first, but maybe you know what I mean? But I tell you what, though, to ATL Falcon Pharrell's point, the way that Ian was talking in that press conference, to me, it's like he was saying to the other GMs, don't play me cheap. Okay, if you want Kyle, it's going to cost you.
You said it.
I don't have to do anything other than what I have to do.
Make me an offer I can't refuse.
And if you can't do that, I'm gonna stick with these 5 picks, buddy. I don't have to do nothing. We didn't sign most of the folk anyway. Right. So what I don't get in this draft, I got enough money. I can go sign somebody. I can go sign 2 or 3 somebody. So I'm not desperate. So hey, if you're gonna hit me up, don't waste my time. That was the vibe, as the young folks say, that I got from them. ATL Falcons says, besides, we don't even have Pitts replacement. That's true. M.I. crooked letter I, humpback I. Christy Lewis from Mississippi says, hey, y'all. What's going on, Christy? How you doing? Carlos says, let his stock drop so we can get him. Hey, man, and you know what? I don't think the Falcons, because I don't think this is about this young man's character. We've never heard anything about it, and it was so specific. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He gave me a menacing look. So
right.
He looked at like,
he pushed against the sidewalk angrily. No.
You know what I mean? He stomped his feet in disobedience and civil disorder. Like, he stopped, like, for real? Like, I don't know, man. And you know what? Sometimes these cops exaggerate these charges.
Right,
I'll
right.
be honest with you. To your point, for JPJ, for that bond that he got,
Yeah.
I don't think all the, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you bumped me, but I don't think you really ran me over. I think it's just you took off and you just happened to bump me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as bad and as egregious as they made it sound, I don't, and again, to any
We
people
weren't
out
there.
there who've been a
Weren't there.
victim of it, I'm not excusing what he did. I'm not. Let's be clear. What I am saying is, if he'd have done everything that they said he did,
Mhm.
in my humble opinion, his bond would have been a whole lot more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's just my humble opinion. You know what I mean? ATL Falcons Pharrell says, I think they're both toxic in the relationship. I think they was both.
And that's what and
in the relationship.
I did say that. I said because it's three sides to a story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She might have said something, and then maybe, like you said, it was just one of those situations where she stopped on her brakes, and it's like, oh yeah, I almost hit you. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, look, I definitely think he stalked her. I mean, you
well, yeah,
you in that, bro. You was
Yeah, I
mad.
mean,
You was
T
big.
Will now. Let's put it out there. Okay.
Let's
Have
do
you
it.
stalked someone before?
Have I stalked someone before? My ego is not going to let me say stalk. Have I checked up on somebody? Sure.
Okay.
Have I
Checked up at their house, or,
Sure. When I was dating my wife and we had a big argument, and she was like,
you
"You
slowly rode by like a Snoop Dogg.
I might have
window down a little
might
bit.
have done that a time or two.
Oh, okay.
But then
Okay.
you know, hey, so did she. So
You
know, I mean, it is what it is. But I didn't. You know, I mean, look it.
I mean, I might have made a burner account and looked at some profiles of myself. I may have do that.
I hired a PI or two, but hey,
you got me blocked, so let me go ahead and check out what you got.
I might have had her phone cloned, but you know what I mean. It's just because I want to make sure she
accounts just pop up just out of nowhere. I don't know how it was created, but for some reason, I magically just had.
I might have her phone. I might have her location on my phone right now, but really, who cares? I'm just saying. No, I'm
seriously, somebody did ride past my house before. I ain't gonna say.
Oh wow, yeah,
but
man.
That person, because I left with a person, but it was just like, hey, anyway, I'm giving too much information. So, there was a new interest that I was pursuing, and the old interest was like, I rode past your house and I saw a car outside. I was like, oh.
So was that relationship over with the old interest? Oh, y'all was in limbo. Okay.
It was a situationship that it was one of those situations like, well, I'm not gonna mess with you today, but then come next week, hey, Big what's happening? It was a toxic situation. So I added to that craziness. I'm not gonna lie. But I did have someone show up and pull up and say, hey, I saw that you had a car in your parking lot. I was like, oh.
And what was your response?
I wasn't home.
What do you mean? You were there.
I was not home.
Oh, you were not home.
There's other people in my home that lives here. My brother stays here. So it's like, well, how do you know that wasn't his company? Why does it have to be my company?
That's true.
Only because you know what? Because she had my had my location. I'm telling too much.
Wow.
My location was still active that I had left from one place and came home, and then it told on me. Yeah, it's all right.
Don't feel bad. So I was I blame my brother for this, but ultimately I should blame me because I was a jerk to my baby brother. So he had to be 13. I was dating my wife at the time. And I had just broke up with this girl, and it's kind of like not really. We had broken up, but we were kind of still communicating.
Right.
I so you just met the wife. We're talking, and I'm like, I don't know how this thing's gonna go out. So, uh, so this my brother's 13, right? He's 13. Okay, whatever. So this girl called him and he's like, "Hey, tell her I'm not here." And me being an ass, I was like, "He says to tell you he's not here." Ah!
That reminds me of back in the day when it was somebody that was liking me and my sister, and then my sister was like not studying this person, and I was like, well, she said she don't want to talk to you.
Oh wow!
I was young though. I was
Oh
young.
wow!
Well, she said she didn't want. She was like, don't say that.
Yeah,
Make up something. I was like, well, she don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. No, I was
I know T.
I was just an asshole. So I was being a big brother. I still give both my brothers, I give them grief because it is my job to keep them sharp. Anyway, so he's like, okay. So Kim, or my wife now, is sitting and she's looking beautiful. And I'm just, it's a great day, Maggie. It's been a great day. I picked her up. The car's clean. She's looking good. She's smelling good. Oh my God. She may even stay over for the night. It's gonna be a good night. And this is back when we had landlines. So the landline downstairs, or what
it started ringing, didn't it?
What I call the bat phone, because it was my line downstairs, started ringing. And I wasn't nervous, because it was a 20% chance that it was somebody I shouldn't talk. I wasn't nervous. And my brother, who doesn't let anything go, he's a Taurus. He don't let nothing go. Goes downstairs, answers the phone, comes back upstairs in front of me, my mama, my now wife, and God, and says, so and so is on the phone and she wants to talk to you. Oh, I was so mad. Oh, I was so bad.
Did you beat him up? Because that's urges to beat. I have to beat up my brother. I'm sorry. You messing up my pimping right now.
I kind of deserved it though. You know what I mean? Like
I would have beat him up.
I was mad, but I would
have got him back though. See, I'm a Gemini and petty, so yeah, I would have got him back.
So let me tell you what happened because of that. So I go downstairs, right, and I'm like, okay, I got to get her off the phone real quick, right? So I wasn't as sensitive as I normally would be in this scenario, right? Because you don't want to encroach on somebody's feelings. It's the end of a relationship. You kind of want to be careful for two reasons. One, you might have to go back to that if it doesn't work out here, right? And two, you don't know what this person will do. Well, in this scenario, I was like, I got to get off this phone quick because I know my wife is upstairs. Like, you better get your ass up. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, well, and I guess he had told her that I had company over. And she's like, what do you mean you got somebody over there? And I'm like, hey, I look, I hear you. I cannot talk right now. What do you mean you cannot talk right now? I'm like, look, I cannot talk right now. You better not hang up this phone. You better not hang up this phone. If you hang up this phone, I'm like, hey, I gotta go. Bam. And I hung up, right?
Did you take it off the receiver? Because these are back when we had receivers. Did you take it off, or you couldn't call her back?
I did. Okay. But let me tell you what happened. So I bob and weave because my wife is kind of pissed. So that whole night,
so she's not spending the night that night.
Yeah, I'm bobbing and weaving like the whole night, and it's okay. So I take her home, right? I take her home, and my mom and I share the car at this time. So I take her home, get back, I'm asleep. That was Saturday night. She walks in, she's like, and it's got to be like 11 in the morning. She walks in. If you had an accident, all you had to do was tell me. I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? I didn't have an accident. Yes, you did, Terry. Yes, you did, son. And you know what? You need to be a man and have some integrity and just admit it. I'm like, Mom, I did not have an accident. Yes, you did. So now she's getting mad because she thinks I'm playing in her face, right? Mom, I did not have an accident. I promise you, I did not have an accident, right? Now I'm getting frustrated. What are you talking about?
She's my God. Did she come and mess up the car?
Yes, she did.
Oh.
Yes, she did. The whole front quarter panel on the passenger side, it looked like she took a sledgehammer to it and beat it like man. I don't know how she did that, okay? But that was the last time I called myself playing with somebody's feelings. So young folk, if you're out there, don't play with that. Hurt me, okay? Because I love that car. I love that car, damn it. Oh, that hurt my heart. Anyway, whatever. Maybe that's why she did it, because she knew it would hurt my heart. Anyway, we got to get back to this. Christy Lewis says, Ladybirds of AFN are in the chat. Love it.
Yes.
Pam says he made a bonehead decision a few days before the draft week. Okay. Christy says, y'all hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Auntie Pam says, Christy Lewis, hello, partner in crime, fellow Ladybird. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Share it out. Thank you for that. Christy says, Pamela Johnson, 480. Good morning. Scott Robinson says, late second or early third round. I'm still drafting Zachariah Branch to the Falcons. Me too. I would agree with that. 100%. ATL Falcons 4L. He don't seem desperate for picks, and I'm sure teams offered a second already. Do you think they really offered a second for Kyle Pitts? I don't know. I mean, they could have. I don't know. Chad, if you think that teams have already offered a second round pick for Kyle Pitts, drop a 1. If you don't, drop a 2. If you think, hey, they didn't already called your boy Ian up and said, hey, man, I'll give you a second round pick. And Ian's like, man, I think I'll wait on the first. Drop a 1. If you think they haven't, drop a 2. We need to know what you guys think. Monte Carlo says Joshua Simon is still on the squad. I like Joshua Simon. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Stop. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And y'all know why I'm talking about this person. Christy Lewis is, I think Ian's breakout year with the picks will be in 27-28. Okay. Carlo says, look up his film. We talking about Zachariah Branch, Carlo. Ghost Pepper says Zachariah Branch draft stock is not expected to drop significantly due to his recent misdemeanor arrest if he's the best player on the board at 48. So was he arrested before? Ghost Peppers, let us know. You said again, like this was the second time or something. Like, let us know. Atlanta Falcons Trail says, I do like Joshua. I do like him. Gat, what up, Gat? What are y'all's thoughts on James Pierce Jr. charges being dismissed if he completes the program? I think it's good to have money, Gat. This is America. I think it's good to have money. That's what I think. Because I think
we're still gonna keep our man. That's what that means. That's what that means. We're gonna still have
his name was.
We'll just have to go through some anger management, something. You know.
Yeah.
Do a public apology. Domestic violence is not it. You know, and then of course, maybe 6 games, and then he's back.
You're right. But I think if his name was Shemaine Johnson from Dade County, it'd be a lot different. It'd be a lot different. And giving him some years. Oh, it's good to have money. Golly, I want to be rich one day. Ghost Peppers, you're absolutely 100% correct, bro. Kelvin O'Connor, 660, second team All-Pro, 25 years old, second and a fourth. Okay, I can dig it. Scotty Robinson, 15Y, is telling us what's up. Coach Unchained says, you were a player. Stop making excuses. Ooh. Who am I making excuses for? Oh, he's saying I was a player. Stop making excuses. I wasn't a player, Coach. I was just indecisive at that point. We're going to go with indecisive. Ghost Pepper says, Scotty Robinson, truth be told, fam, it shouldn't be news, especially since the problem is smaller than a mustard seed. Oh, okay. Getting biblical. Monte Carlo says, T-Will. That's why you got to give him a half. Another. Carlo, I shouldn't have put that on the screen. Shame on you. Okay, Carlo says 2. Trevor Hammond says 2. Auntie Pam says, boy, I would love to be a fly. Oh, Miss Kim gave me the business that night, boy. Kelvin O'Connor says 2. Auntie Pam says 2. Kelvin O'Connor says, money talks. Yes, it does. Amen, amen, amen. Auntie Pam says, we will still have him on the team. He is definitely rehab. Tony Hall says, if H. King, QB of Georgia Tech, doesn't get drafted, could the Falcons pick him up as an undrafted free agent? That's a good question. Didn't they go see him? I want to say the Falcons did go see him.
Let's see.
I want to say they did go take a look at him. So I think that is a possibility. I definitely do. King Atlanta says, who should the Falcons draft on the future Super Bowl team? Well, I like Christian Miller, but who do you guys chat? Who do you guys want to see the Falcons draft in the second round? Right? Who do you guys want to see the Falcons draft in the second round? Let us know. Drop your suggestions in the chat. Let us know. Like, I definitely like Christian Miller. Some might say Zachariah Branch, although I think you probably could get him in the third. I think there's an
No, Branch wasn't arrested twice. I only repeat the word misdemeanor to highlight how small the problem is. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
I was like, I ain't heard his name any other time.
Me neither. That's what I was thinking. When he said that, I was like, whoa.
But I did roll my eyes like, come on, UGA. Every year, somebody speeding or doing something stupid. Stupid.
They do. But I mean, it's young men, though, right? Young men and speed go together like peanut butter and jelly, okay? Young men like to drive fast, okay? Young men like to drive. I was going to say something else, but you can't say that anymore. Anyway, all right, so we got Lee Hunter is a defensive tackle also, besides Christian Miller. You got Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver out of Alabama. You've got Ted Hurst, wide receiver out of Georgia State. Now, they rave about Ted Hurst. They rave about Jeremy Bernard, but I don't think Jeremy Bernard takes the top off defenses. Ted Hurst does, but we just don't know about his competition that he's faced, but he's fast. You got Jacob Rodriguez at linebacker out of Texas Tech, versatile, high-Q defender who can provide stability in the middle, and defensive tackle Christian Miller from UGA. I personally think as the Falcons sent like their whole squad to like UGA. I mean, they sent everybody. They sent everybody. So I'm thinking you don't do that unless you're going to draft a player from Georgia. So I'm going to say the Falcons draft Christian Miller. Okay? If you guys feel like Christian Miller is the dude, oh, wait a minute. Tony Hall said Branch. Okay, he said Rutledge out of Georgia Tech, Branch out of UGA, or Miller out of UGA. Okay. Hey, Tony, tell us a little bit more about this kid named Rutledge. I don't know much about him out of Georgia Tech. Let's see. Ghost Pepper says, no, Branch wasn't arrested. Okay, you already said that. Gotcha. All right. I'm hyped, T. Will and Miss Maggie, about today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Yeah, me too. Well, I'm hyped today for a couple of reasons. Number one, we got the Hawks balling. And number two, we could see a trade in the first round with the Falcons. We could see them. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
I doubt it. But
we could see it.
You know.
Definitely could see it. We definitely could see it. All right, let's talk about this trade, this press conference with Mr. Ian Cunningham.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it. Now, my brother and I. Oh, yeah. Kelvin O'Connor says if Caleb Banks slips, he would be the steal of the draft. I like Caleb Banks as well. I do too. Tony Hall says sort of like the whole team won Washington Pro Day for Penix. Yeah. They did kind of do that. So Ian Cunningham had his press conference the other day. And he basically said Falcons can stay with 5 picks or trade. But to me, it kind of felt like he was talking to the GMs. And the reason I say that is because this entire time, all he's been talking about is picks, more picks. That's all he's been talking about. And then, right, 3 days before the draft, well, we could just stay with 5. I mean, we could just what? That goes against everything that you've been saying.
But T. Will, I'll look at it like this. Maybe he's trying not to give us anything. So it's like I like picks, but then again, I like 5. So it's one of those, it's going to be in your face like, OMG, I did not see this coming because y'all didn't give us anything. It could
I
be that
think
too.
I think he's playing chess. I think he was
Mm,
trying to Jedi mind tricks
mm.
GMs. Like, I don't need no picks. Like, because I'm telling you what's funny, right? In
I
the
don't like
first,
picks. I don't like picks.
I don't like picks. I don't like picks. F them picks. No, and no, I'm kidding. But he's so in the first press conference, he tells the story. He's like, in such and such, when I was with such and such, we started with 5 picks and we ended up with 10. That's the first thing he said. And he said that with his whole
With his
entire,
whole chest.
with his
Right.
whole chest.
Right.
Okay. He
It's gonna be the
said
last time we're gonna have 5 picks.
right from the very
Mm.
fiber of his being, Maggie T.
Mm.
And we go from that, right? 6 weeks later, well, I mean,
I don't know.
I got 5 picks. I don't need no more picks. I don't need no more picks. What? I don't need them. Like, what are we like? No.
Maybe
no.
everyone collectively is like, hey man, we just need to stay where we at. Okay.
I think he was
Don't do anything crazy, man. Okay.
I think he was telling those other GMs, hey man, you better come to play. Okay. Don't play me. Because
Right.
he also said that he's having some ongoing conversations with which is why I think somebody made him an offer and he was like, yeah, no, I'm not. No, we're no.
No, don't lowball me now.
Right,
Don't
right,
you
exactly.
lowball me.
And I think that's what he was saying to those other GMs, right?
Mm.
Now my brother was like, "No, I don't think," but because my brother's literal, right? My brother's when I say my brother Eric, my brother's literal, whereas me, I don't know. Some would call me like a conspiracy theorist. Some people would say sometimes I see things that aren't there, but I definitely read between the lines.
Mhm.
And to me, okay, in the moment, I was in the moment, and the moment said, he's not talking to you, T Will. He's talking to those other GMs. So I'm just saying, right? And he says they're flexible. And you know what else he said? He says, we'll listen on anybody, right? We'll listen on anybody. So I definitely think these conversations are being had. I think what's good for the Falcons is they've already done the lion's share of the work. Truth be told, they don't need anybody.
Right.
If they drafted,
this is not a desperate draft.
right? If they didn't draft anybody in the draft, they'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5, right? So I really feel like he's telling the truth, but I also feel like this is Ian. Ian wants to deal. I feel like Ian wants to trade back and probably get 7 or 8 picks total. And because I think he knows how to evaluate talent. So I think where maybe other GMs couldn't do anything in the 3rd or 4th or 5th rounds. The one thing I'll say about Ian Cunningham is he recognizes that, you know what? You are better when you have more opportunities at the plate. Mm-hmm. So if you got 5 picks, if you have 8, you're automatically better because this is a crapshoot anyway. And so the more chances you get to pick, the more opportunities you have to draft stars. And I really think that that's the Eagles' philosophy. I think that's his philosophy. So I feel like, okay, and I don't know if this is a hot take or not, the hot take. I feel like he will trade, but I think he's going to trade back. I don't know if it's the 3rd round, 4th round. I don't think he's going to trade back in the 2nd round, but I do think maybe 3rd or 4th round, he may trade down for a couple more picks. Maybe not. I don't know. Hey, chat, if you guys think Ian is going to trade back in the 3rd or 4th round, drop a 1. If you think T will, you're wrong. And I don't care what you say. He said we're drafting 5 and that's it. Then drop a 2.
And I want to add something to what I gathered from the press conference because I do a little bit more deep dive into it.
What you got?
So basically, Ian, of course, he wants to build, develop, and retain. So we've done that in the off season. We retained a lot of players, and we did build around it to additional players in the free agency. So basically, don't expect a lot of, like I said before, flashy signings just for headlines. It's not going to be oh my God, we got this guy. It's just going to be basically what's best fit for this team because he's all about the best player on the board, but it's going to be where it's basically, maybe they might trade down possibly, but it's going to be best fit for this team. trenches are priorities. What I definitely gathered from that. We already said that. Offensive line depth as well as that defensive front rotation. Now, as far as like the roster fit, players must match the system and the culture as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Um,
No doubt
you
about
know,
it.
so I don't know. I feel like they're deep in this draft that we can definitely pick up some nice pieces without having to trade and do anything at 5 picks. Me, that's just me. I say just be comfortable and don't do nothing crazy because it's like next year we need all our picks, and I don't want to be getting rid of this and getting rid of that just to throw a couple of extras on here when we already kind of addressed a lot of our needs
A lot
this
of
year.
what our needs. Yeah,
You
that's
know what
fair.
I'm saying? So
That's fair.
that's
That,
how
that,
I feel.
that
Don't
is
do
fair.
nothing crazy, Ian. Please.
Don't trip, Ian. Don't trip.
Please.
Nathan Floyd says, I can see a scenario of Pitts and 48 for 29, a third, 2/5, and something next year. Yeah, I like that. I don't have an issue with that. Like that's what 4 picks, really 5 if you count next year. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. But if you do trade Kyle, you probably have to draft a tight end.
Mm.
You probably have to draft a tight
And now
end.
you're wasting on the something. You
Well,
you see.
well,
Mm.
here's the thing, Maggie. If you're not gonna, it boils down to this, right? I know we're gonna have 156 million next year. Thank you, Lord. But you know you're gonna give Drake 35. You know you're gonna give Bijan 25, right? That's what 60. That's 60 million. So are you really gonna give Kyle another 20 when he's not a great blocking tight end? And Stefanski wants complete tight ends. He
Right.
wants tight ends. His system is dependent on tight ends that can block and run routes, right? So he could trade Kyle, draft a tight end, still come back, draft a D tackle, still come back and do everything he needs to do. I'm not saying they do it. I'm just saying I could see that scenario playing out.
He is a tight end guy.
Right. You got
You're
Jesse.
right.
You got Jesse, who's a free agent next year. You got Penix, who you're going to have to make a decision on. Penix is going into what, year 3? So you're going to have to make a decision on him. What are you doing? They're probably looking at this like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they view Kyle. I really don't. So they could trade him. If the package isn't good enough, they keep him. But even if they keep him, Maggie, I don't know that they resign him. That's what I'm looking at, right? And if you're not going to resign him, then what are you doing, right? If you're not going to resign him anyway, look it. I don't think they see this team as winning the Super Bowl this year. And that's not to say that they can't. It's not to say that they won't. I'm just saying, looking at this is probably a year where you signed a lot of guys on 1-year deals so they can prove it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Right.
assessing this team.
Right.
You are assessing this team to see who's going and who's staying, right? Which is why you see the plethora of 1-year contracts, because these are prove-it deals, right? But next year it's probably going to be, a little more involved. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But that's why I think they trade him. If they know and they've already had conversations and Kyle's people are like, well, it's going to have to be 21, 22 million. Because I think the last night,
somebody ain't, well, or somebody has, and we just ain't said nothing.
It could have been.
They could be holding on like, hey, hold my beer.
Could have been.
Watch this draft.
Watch this.
I'm just saying, y'all, day one today. Just stay glued to the draft. Don't blink your eyes. Just but at the same time, I still don't see them going up in the first. Not trading up.
Okay.
But anything can happen, anything can happen. He's a guy that said he likes picks. I like picks. So
yeah, he that man loves him some picks. Yes, he does. He loves him some picks. Like 50 likes Petty. He loves him some picks. Like 50 likes Petty. Okay. Just out of curiosity, on Mock Draft Hero Draft Simulator, I traded Kyle Pitts to the Broncos. Broncos received Kyle Pitts. Falcons received round 2, 62nd pick. Round 4, 108th pick. Round 5, 170th. 2027 round 4, 2027 round 6.
Hmm.
What do you think of that, Maggie? I mean, it's not bad.
That's
You
not
know,
bad. I mean, because it's just
not bad.
for next year. It's just around 4 and 6.
But so you already have 48. You keep number 48. You add number 62. You add 108. You add 170. Right.
That's
So
not
that's
bad.
3 more picks. So now you go from 5 picks to 8
Not bad.
this year, and then you got 2 next year, which I believe you might have I think we already have 9 next year, so you'd have 11. That's not bad. That's not bad. At Barron's Boy says 1. Pamela Johnson 1. He is definitely trading back. He will definitely have comp picks for next year, which is a good thing. Atlanta Falcon Pharrell says Pitts will suit up as a Falcon this season. Okay, I can dig it. I'm good either way. Y'all see the news on JPJ. That changes everything in a good way for our defense. It does, but hopefully he'll only be gone for 6 games.
Wait. We got to wait. We got to see what the NFL decide to do with them now. Is it how many games?
Exactly. Exactly.
He has to still do that part.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. John Brooks says, what up, T Will and chat? Today is draft day. Let's go. ATL Falcons Pharrell. Stefanski excited about working with Kyle. Okay. DJ Big Q says facts. Definitely not trading up. Carlos says how pissed people are about JPJ is comical. I got my jersey on right now. I bet he does. I can see Carlos.
I'm holding on to hope for him. I'm not upset. I mean, I'm disappointed, but it's like, I mean, it's worse of things out there.
I mean, it's like you say, he's young, right? He's very young. And, young folks sometimes do silly things. Now, I never did that, but I have done some silly things in my youth. So I don't judge, but I mean, look, hopefully he'll be all right. Buck Skull Gang in the house says Falcons won. What up, Buck Skull Gang? How you doing, brother? He says Kyle Pitts might get traded today on draft day. He could. No Big Q. I'm sorry, DJ Big Q says no charges, maybe nothing. And Iloxygenal. Crazy to think the NFL can suspend someone who has no legal charges against them. Yeah, but I think there's a conduct clause, right? So he's gonna get suspended. I mean, Buck Skull Gang says hearing KC is the front runner for Pitts. Okay, I can dig it. And you know what? Pitts would make a lot of sense for them. Pitts would make and
what's name? He's been teetering on retiring or something or leaving or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it boils down to this: what can Stefanski do with Kyle? Because if you
develop him,
I'm saying if he can, then keep him. Mm-hmm. But if it's a situation where some guys, it's like podcasting, Maggie. You and I are both podcasters, but you may have a set of rules that say, hey, man, if you don't come with this, this, and this, you get what I'm saying? Whereas somebody else may say, okay, you know what I mean? Because as we both know, I mean, you got to have a certain amount of chemistry, right?
Right.
So you don't know if Stefanski's looked at him and said, I like him, but, I don't like this about him, or I don't like that, or you don't know. I mean, we'll find out. I'm curious. I'm so excited now. I don't even know what to do. Jeez. DJ Big Q says, yeah, maybe a couple of games at most. No, I think he's going to get a minimum of 6. And it's not because he didn't get charged. It's because this made the media. This embarrassed the NFL.
Right.
This was a situation. I don't think he gets anything less than 6. I could be wrong. As a matter of fact, let's ask the chat. What do you guys think he gets? If you guys think that JPJ gets less than 6 games, drop a 1. If you think T will, you're tripping, drop a 2, right? Because I think he gets no less than 6, and it could be 8. Hell, it could be 10. Because again, just because he didn't get punished legally doesn't mean that what he did wasn't wrong, right? And again, I'm not rooting for it. I'm just saying that's what it could be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ghost Pepper says the combination of high trade interest the Falcons needs for draft picks and the ability to free up salary cap makes a trade possibility for Pitts. Just saying. Loxagenal. I don't disagree, but still crazy off. There's nothing done wrong.
And how you doing, Alox, Jen? I think it's the first time I've seen your name. You could have been watching other shows, but welcome.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Dirty South Playbook. Loxagenal.
Right.
I feel like you're kind of saying something. Like I don't know if that's a play on Forrest Gump. I don't know. You know what I mean? Loxagenal. Like I don't know. I'm tripping. I don't know. But I like it though. Loxagenal. All right. Well, welcome to the show. And please come back. And we're glad to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Buck Skull Gang. Are you guys going live tonight?
Yes. Will the Thrill will be running it. And it's kind of one of those in and out whenever people feel like it. So yes, we will be live tonight on Atlanta Falcons Nation. And probably on the international channel too. So if anybody wants to jump in on that, y'all email me, hit me up on social media. Of course, our frequent flyers, y'all are all welcome.
Yes, everybody's welcome.
Now I won't be on because, of course, I got to go to the Urban Pie to deal with some business for this. We have a watch party coming up this weekend. So I'm gonna got business going on. So, but yes, we will have a live. So if y'all want to jump on and help out, talk about it, it's open. It's definitely open. So
yeah. All right. John Brooks says, I think I'll be on at 3 with Scottish Falcons. I think he said it was 3:30. So I'm gonna try and be there for that, but I have a commitment tonight with another friend of mine. I'm gonna be on his channel.
Yeah, everybody, because even Coach Unchained, he's gonna be on some I think Mike and them thing or something like that. So
it happens. It's all good. We'll all be watching. If Casey wants picks, give me some picks or give me something in return. I'm not giving them picks for free. I hear you, John. I agree 100%. DJ Big Q says that's not the last staff I trust our staff to develop anyone. Yeah. Oh wait, that's not the last staff. I trust our staff to develop anyone. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Oh, this is not that. I really hope we keeps around. I'll be sad if he's gone. Okay.
I don't know. I would.
If I'm sad.
You know what? I would. See,
I would feel kind of like Roro. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those. Oh, dang.
I like Kyle more than and no disrespect to Root, but Kyle. I mean, Kyle is
right.
A bigger impact player.
Kyle. So it's gonna feel like your best friend left you a little.
I don't know. I'm all over the place.
Why are we over here trying to convince ourselves whether we're gonna?
I don't know. I honestly don't know how much.
Fans, put a 1 in the chat if you're gonna miss them. Put a 2 if it's a heck no. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. If you're gonna miss Kyle. Or put it this way, if you're gonna be mad if we trade Kyle, drop a 1. You're gonna be mad if you're gonna be all up in your feelings tonight. Hey, nothing more than feelings. If you're gonna be all up in your feelings, drop a 1. If you like, that's all right, drop a 2. Let us know. Let us know how you feel about it. I mean, you know what? I don't necessarily want Kyle to go.
Right.
I just. See, here's what bugs me about it. I'm not a big fan of guys who ball out when it's their contract year. Right? And I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying, like, I've seen in cases where some guys, like, once they ball out and they get that contract, they just kind of, coast, right? And I'm not saying Kyle is that kind of guy. I'm not saying that, but it's a red flag for me. Right. That's one. And then number 2, my concern is what will Stefanski, because you know what? For all intents and purposes, Kyle is a big receiver. Okay. So if you're going to design routes just for him to get him open, but bring other guys in there to block and go with 3 tight end sets. You know what I mean? Or hell, just put Kyle at receiver, then I'll take that. You don't want to do that because you don't want to pay him as a receiver. So I bet they keep him as a tight end if you're going to sign him. But I don't know, Maggie. I've been turning this thing over in my brain. I don't know how. I guess it would depend on what we got for him, right? Like if we got a first round draft pick tonight for Kyle, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you, but deuces. If we got a first round draft pick tonight, right? And let's say a 4th, Kyle, I'm sorry, I'm gonna miss you, bro. But we've come to the end of the road. Okay, as Boys II Men said, we've come to the end of the road. Okay? And yes, I can let go for a first round pick.
Yes, I can let that go. You know
what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean? If you get a 3rd and 3/4, then I'm gonna be like, maybe we should have kept them. Maybe we should have, So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it.
Because you know what? Because you also got to think about it. You have to think about these things. It's going to be a lot of players that's dropping, and so it's a possibility, even though we said we're not going to do any splashiness and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's any given day that somebody that we're really, really is like, oh my God, because it was some players last year. It was like, how in the heck did this player fall to this point? But we can grab him.
I mean, I don't know, man. You know what? It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be
interesting. Let's talk about this dream. All right. So we got the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is the Where Are They Now series, right? I know you guys are like, T. Will, what the hell, man? Where do you come up with this stuff? I don't know, man. I'm up at 2:00 in the morning and I'm in the moment, and the moment said do it. So I did it, right? So Angel McAutry is the best Atlanta Dream player in franchise history as the team's all-time leader in points, steals, and field goals made. I did not know this. She was a franchise cornerstone from 2009 to 2020, leading them to multiple WNBA final appearances and holding the highest career scoring average in team history. So, where is she now, you ask? Well, she is transitioning into a career in film and television, launching her own production company, McAutry Entertainment.
Oh.
She is writing, directing, and producing with her short film Bygones on Prime Video and her feature directional debut, a thriller called Apartment 6B. And I saw that movie and it was decent. Now, I love movies. As you guys know, I have like my own movie channel for my ATL movies. And it probably is a B movie, but I love movies. But 6B wasn't bad as far as B movies go. But I just thought it was interesting. Okay, so she was in the NBA. This is what she's doing now. I think it's cool that she's got her own production company. And hey, man, go do it. I love it. All right, let's get to it. So she's our Angel. We know Angel Reese joined the team, and the team signed.
She's over there living it up over there. She's like their chemistry already. It's just like like they're best friends already.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So center Brianna Jones is recovering from right knee surgery, leaving her status uncertain for the start of the season. And I wonder how we will adjust until she returns. So I don't know if we're going to sign someone else. I don't know if we're going to draft someone else. I don't know. But I guess it just depends on how Brianna's feeling and when she can join us. But that will be interesting. And let's look at the roster. We got Alicia Gray, Angel Reese, Bella Fauntleroy. We got Ryan Howard. We got some stars here. I mean, we got, you know what I mean? I could see
I could see a nice little playoff run, possibly.
Yeah,
well, of course, if she's not me bounding,
hopefully she won't be me.
And then we replace Griner with that first pick.
Yeah.
So
you know what? I'm going to say I think they win at least one playoff series this year. I do. I think they make the playoffs.
Hopefully.
I think they win at least one playoff series. That's just my thoughts. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is where else are they going to play? They only have 5 games at State Farm Arena, and Angel is packing the house, I mean, you're gonna have to play at Georgia Tech. You're gonna have to find some other venues, right?
Right. What about that?
So
I hate this. What's that Gwinnett thing? You ever been out there? Is it big?
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't think
Gwinnett
I've
Arena?
been to that location. Is that where the hockey team is? The Major
Or
League team,
the volleyball or something? It's other
something
teams
like
that play
that.
there. Let me see.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though I wouldn't want to go all the way to Gwinnett. I mean, but
How big is that venue? Is it bigger than the
I,
one that they
I'm
typically?
about to look it up and see. Let's
Okay.
find out.
Okay.
Because, but at the same time, yes, it's not as large, but hmm. Well, let's see. What's I don't know. Let me see. Gwinnett Center.
And maybe they're thinking, look, we'll play it by ear, but I would think if you're gonna have some games, you need to be making arrangements. Now, I just think that with Angel Reese, I mean, you got the potential, especially if the team's good, you're gonna be packing arenas. You know what I mean? You're gonna be at home and away.
It's just so many
Um,
people here. I just want to see her play.
right,
Uh,
right. So she's a vibe, man. She and Caitlin. Let me ask you this: do you feel like she and Caitlin and their war have kind of catapulted the WNBA?
yes,
Or
I absolutely yes. Regardless of it, it really did elevate um the attraction of the sport.
yeah,
Definitely. And then of course, the players that followed behind it, just the college, the Final Four. Even though we all watch Final Four and
yep,
everything, March Madness and all that, I felt like a lot more eyes started coming on to the WNBA. And
definitely.
of course, the players knew that, so that's when they started protesting and things like this. So yes, if anything, you give them both credit though, because they were trying not to give credit to Angel Reese.
Yeah, well, we know how that
You
goes.
you know how that goes, but I
We know
give
how
them both being pioneers to this.
Yeah, no, I mean, agreed. I think that I think it's good for the WNBA. I think it's going to give them their shot, and let's see where they can take it. But I mean, I hadn't seen this much interest in the Atlanta Dream in
Right.
years, so I'm excited about it, and we'll see where they go. And hey, I guess more to come on that. But
And
yeah,
I
man,
got the answer about the Gwinnett Center. It says it holds a 13,000 seat arena. It's
okay.
50,000 square foot. Um, so I mean, how big is let me see. There,
Their existing one, I don't know. You got me. You got me on that. I don't even
so
want
that's 13,000 for Gwinnett. What is that's what's the name of that damn center? Well, don't wait on me. I'm looking. I'm looking.
No, you're good. I mean, look at we're coming up on time. But hey, to everyone who did join us, we appreciate you guys. And like I say, you got your thing. It's going to be a busy night for everybody, man. I think I will be joining the Scottish Falcons at 3:30, and then I'm joining my buddy at 7 o'clock. And of course, the Hawks got their game tonight, and the Braves are playing at 12. What is it, 12? Maybe the next 30 minutes, or at least no later than one.
What's
So
that? The Hawks?
the Braves,
Oh,
I
the
think
Braves. Okay.
play at they either play at 12 or 1.
And
Matter of
then
fact.
Gateway Arena is 3,500. So
Oh, they're definitely, yeah, they're
so if anything, maybe possibly that Gwinnett Center. If it
yeah,
can't work it out with State Farm.
they well.
But my thing is, I don't think that's I don't know anything about the Gwinnett Center. Is that an attractive area? What the traffic look like? What's happening?
Gwinnet's traffic is awful, but I mean,
Right, right.
you
What
gotta
y'all thought?
you gotta have more than 3,000 seats. I'm telling you that right now. I don't see a game Angel Reese plays in.
Yeah, because you're not making no money.
Well, no, they're making because
I
they're
mean,
trying. Their
but
team
they
is
could be
going
making
up,
a
but
lot more money.
you could make it. Yeah, that's to your point. You could make a lot more. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But hey, Maggie, give me your final thoughts, shout outs on the draft, and all things ATL sports.
All right, all right, all right. So for those, can we put up our logo or something just to let them know what this is in case this is actually on Atlanta Falcons Nation as well. But with that, we are the Georgia Sports Nation, as well as for my ATL Sports. And this is all about all Georgia teams. But we kind of focus on the pro teams right now.
Right.
But I do want to branch out into getting into a little bit of college as well, maybe some high school ball, all of that on my Georgia Sports Nation channel. So, guys, if you have some athletes getting ready to get, looking at scouts are coming out to check them out and things like that. This is the place where Georgia Sports Nation is going to highlight some of those high school stars, those college stars that are going into the draft. If you want to be a part of the Georgia Sports Nation, or if you want to be a part of Atlanta Falcons Nation, email me at Maggie. And I mean, email me, people. People say they're so interested, then I hit them up, and then I don't hear from them. I don't chase down. I don't chase. So if you're interested, email me, and then let's set some stuff up, and we can get you on the show next week. Don't play with me.
You don't chase. I don't chase.
I'm interested. Okay. All right. Well,
chase. That's okay.
I don't.
I wanted to say something, but I'm not. It's
just the Dirty South Playbook, in case you guys are new.
It's the Dirty South Playbook. Yeah, well,
appreciate it.
I don't chase anymore, but I definitely chased my wife, boy.
You sure did.
She did not make it easy.
Your mama car beat up because
she did not make it easy.
You was chasing too much tail at that time.
Felt like I was going through mortal.
You was chasing.
Finish him now.
Y'all missed the story, but yeah, T. Will was a wild one, boy.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back when I story about the pretty lady that you dumped the other girl for the other prom date. T. Will, you got stories for days.
That was high school, right? That was
right.
That was,
we can't knock because high school.
Oh, she was so mad, man. Because the sad part, like, I literally waited until like 2 weeks before.
When this lady bought her dress, well, his little girl, she was young, high school. She done bought a dress and everything. T. Will said, "I'm gonna go get the Bong Chicka Wan Wan girl because she wanted."
Let me tell you something. Man, look, YOLO, you only live once, okay? I was not married, okay? And I was in high school, and that's all I'm gonna say. Would I do that now? I would not, okay? But I'm mature now, okay? And I'm just saying. But back then, yeah, I was wrong. I know I was wrong, but we had a great time. Me and my best friend, because we had always said in our senior year we were gonna like ride in the same limo to prom, and we did that. Oh my God, we had the most fun. Anyway, Maggie, tell these folks where they can find you.
You can find me on all social media platforms. Maggie T Productions. Just type that in anywhere. You can find me. You can Google me now, people.
That's awesome.
I got a whole profile on there. Maggie T Productions. I'm doing something. Okay. Oh, of course, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Georgia Sports Nation. I also have the Candid Room, as well as I have a new social group. It's queer women that love sports. Is something that we're pushing out there, where it's basically just encouraging women. Of course, I'm in the community, so to come together in a safe environment, and we're having our first blended watch party because it was for Black. And a lot of Black people say it's not as diverse here in Atlanta, surprisingly, in the mecca of it, as far as in that community. So I was like, well, let's make some exclusive things. Then of course the word got out. No, Maggie, you can't do that. We want to be a part of it. So it's like, you know what? Come on, people. As long as you're paying me, So that's all I'm about. Long as you show up. But outside of that, of course, I will be also doing some watch parties, because that's why I said I was looking at the Urban Pie and quite a few places where I want to do some watch parties for Atlanta Falcons Nation, Georgia Sports Nation. So I'm not leaving y'all out either. I just have to start with one group and keep moving. So
there you go.
Left out. It's just Maggie is changing her direction a little bit because, there are things that's happening in the background I'm excited about. And you might so happen to see me on a TV show.
Oh, wow.
What it is yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got caught up in something.
Will this be a recurring role or
No,
just
it's not. It's not a recurring role, but it's probably gonna be like, is that Maggie T in the world? Because of the way that it happened, it's like it's reality though. It's
well, I
reality.
can't, I can't, I can't wait for
I'm
it.
excited about it.
I
So
can't.
I just been waiting on that clip. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. But they ain't put it out there yet. So of course, due to contractual agreements, I can't say what it is. But just be on the vigilant of everything that Maggie T got going on. Yeah, okay.
Understood. Understood. Well,
Okay.
hey man, you out here doing it, you out here building it, and hey man, I can't do anything but admire it and respect it. So hey, to all who joined, thank you guys so much. You guys could have been doing anything you wanted to do today. You chose to spend some time with us, and we are eternally grateful. We thank you. We appreciate you. And hey,
That's up,
hopefully we
yeah.
can see you the next time we do it. If you want to contact me, you got something you want to talk about, you like the show, or you don't, hit me up at for my ATL contact at gmail.com. I will listen. I will read it. Even if you have bad things to say about me, it's okay. Just let me know. Let me
No,
know what
you're wrong for doing that to that prom date. That's what you need to put.
Ah! Oh,
He
you
will.
know what?
Are
You know
terrible.
What if,
Terrible.
what if she saw this show and even, oh my God, I would die. I would just, oh my God, I
She's
would
gonna be
die.
like, you're still talking about that. She's gonna still be mad at you.
You bastard.
You
Can't believe you.
bastard.
Yeah, you're
How
right.
could you?
Probably need to stop talking about it. But if you like the sports, you can see me at For My ATL Sports One, and we got all
Thank
sorts of
you.
stuff on there. We've got this show as well as Georgia Sports Nation. So we talk Braves, Hawks, Falcons, Dream, whatever you like. And like I say, man, we'll probably be talking Bulldogs and
Oh
Georgia
yeah,
Tech,
definitely
right?
during the season.
You know?
Well, when they start getting closer to when we practice and everything else, we're gonna talk about some dogs up in
It's gonna
here.
be interesting.
I mean, I'm
Also,
a little biased. I mean, of course, I'm gonna have to read my notes on the tech because I don't care about them.
you're
But
not
we're gonna do this, T. Will. We're gonna
you're not
talk about it. We're gonna talk about it all,
you're not biased. You just
unbiased or not.
you know who's better. Just say.
Right.
No, no, just saying. Anyway,
Just saying,
but,
I represent Georgia all day. Red clay.
but
You
no.
know, you don't think,
If
look, T. Will, you don't think Georgia Tech when you come to Georgia and say
You
who's
do
the
not.
football
You
team.
do
You
not.
just don't. You just
You do not.
don't.
It's Georgia Tech is like what was that thing that came out when the iPods came out? The Zoom. Georgia Tech is the Zoom of college of Georgia. They're the Zoom. The Zoom of Georgia. That's who they are. We're the iPods and the iPads and the iPhones.
Real football. They're nerds.
They're
That's
yeah.
it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
Just
it's
saying.
what it is. But it's it's okay. They can do whatever, but no. So one last thing, Maggie.
Mhm.
Michael comes out this Friday.
Oh, yes.
Michael, the movie Michael, and I had a buddy of mine who I actually podcast movies with, and he went to see it last night, and he said it was outstanding. He said it was outstanding.
Okay.
He said it was outstanding. So I am super excited about it. The critics, what's that? Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 27, but they can go kick rocks. I don't care because I think
Rotten Tomatoes get on my nerves.
yeah, I think this movie would be epic.
I think it's just the history and everything else, just because of who he is. Just I guess what his inspiration and kind of seeing Joe a little bit in more in a different light.
Yeah.
And then of course the honor of seeing like their actual relative playing a damn Michael Jackson.
And they say that
to
you
it.
really feel like you're looking at Michael after you because at first you're like, oh, that's Michael's nephew, and the more you watch it, you're like, no, that's Michael. That is Michael.
But I'm not gonna go the first week though. I'm gonna wait because I want all my kids want to come. So it's like I don't this is gonna be where people gonna be in there dancing and sit your butt down. I can't see Michael. It's gonna be one of those where it's like it's a concert. So I was like, I'm gonna let everybody get their concert out. Then I'm gonna come in there with my glove on maybe next week or two to go check it out. But
it's gonna be great, man. I think that is gonna be the first. Well, I don't know if Avatar did 1 billion. It may have, but I think Michael's gonna do it.
Absolutely. And it's gonna be people going back to watch it too. Trust me.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson had people fainting. Like
out
there, do this, stand there.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I was telling, because like my coworkers were all like, and they're probably all like my age. They're like, man, I'll just wait for it to come. I'm like, whatever, man. I'm going like this
I'm
is a
going.
typical
Ain't
jam.
nothing like seeing it in theaters and hearing that
Going
surround
to see
sound
it
and you know,
one, two, probably even three times. Like Michael Jackson. And Thriller is in that one. Thriller is in it. Beat It is in it. Like I man, I'm super excited. So, you know, at some point, whether it's I don't know if it's this weekend or maybe next week, but my family's going to go see it. So anyway, hey, to everybody who joined us, we thank you. We appreciate you. You guys have an amazing day. Go Falcons.
Yeah.
I'll be on somebody's podcast talking about it, but hey, man.
Yeah. We'll be live. If you want to jump on, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Everybody else, if you want to jump on, email me. Or we're gonna be dropping the link anyway. So just look out for it.
Absolutely.
Come on, speak your piece. Hang out
Speak
with
your
us.
piece, man. Let us know. Well, hey, man, you guys have a great one. Thanks, everybody. Go Falcons.
Peace.
Peace.